Hey, what's up and welcome back, treasure hunters. So today I'm going to do my 2-month update on my $10 thrift store challenge. So I have some new treasures I found to add to the list of things that I got with that initial $10. And I also have created a graphic to show my progress over 2 months. So we'll run through that quick and you can see everything that I got for just $10. So in case this is your first time watching, my $10 thrift store challenge started about 2 months ago, and my goal was to take $10 into Goodwill, buy whatever I could with $10, and then sell those items, take that money, reinvest it, buy more items, and continue that trend, and then track it along to see how far I could take that $10, what I could get for that $10, or how much money could I accrue with that $10. It's been 2 months, and I have some more treasures to show you to add to the list, and then we're going to run through my graphic. So I actually have a good amount of variety this time, but this first thing I got here, I got it for $7 at a Goodwill, and when I initially saw it, I thought it was just, one of those kind of older prints. It is nicely professionally framed. When I got a closer look, it's actually made of silk. So this was a painting by Paul Wagner, and from the research I did, it was a couple hundred years ago or something. I did not have any clue what this was, so I just did I took a quick picture and used Google Lens, and the same thing popped up. And the prices ranged from unframed ones or poorly framed ones are around $75 to nicer framed ones are upwards of $150 to $200. So I picked this up for $7 and I listed it, I believe, for $125, and I'll probably knock that down if it doesn't sell in the next couple weeks. So my next treasures that I found, I got this pair. You can see they're the same. They are vintage Munising wooden bowls, handmade, and they both have this kind of unique painting on the bottom, and you can see they both read Munising on the bottom also. I have sold, I found one of these bowls, I don't know, a while ago. It was a lot bigger, and I sold it for, I think, around like $75 or $80. And usually, anytime I see stuff like this, it's usually really cheap at the thrift stores. And the old bowl I got, I think, was $3. I got these for $2.33 each. They're both in pretty decent condition. I mean, some of the paint's missing, but I mean, these bowls are fairly old. But everything else looks good. There's no like cracks or anything like that. And these are pretty collectible, I guess. People do search for these and buy these things. So I got both these for $2.33, and I will probably sell them as a pair, and I'll probably price them in the $60 range, which is with free shipping. The bowls range a lot in price, but it kind of depends, like just regular, unpainted normal bowls this size. I've seen, as low as like $20 or $25. But seeing that these ones are painted and a little unique, I didn't see any with this pattern. I could probably get more, probably closer to $80 or something, but I want to sell them, so I'll probably price it around $60. So the next treasure to add to the list is this piece of studio pottery. This is a charger. It's meant to hang on the wall, but you can put it on a tabletop too. You can see the little metal ring here. And this was done by Mark Matsui. And you can't really read the signature, but I've sold, I think, 3 pieces of his pottery that I found at the thrift stores. That's why I recognized it right away sitting on the shelf, because it is pretty recognizable. It's got that nice colorful crystalline glaze, and a lot of his work does have that, like this black background This was only $3.33. It's not entirely big. It's only 12 inches across. One of the pieces that I got, it was like 17 inches across, so it was really large and a lot deeper. And I think I sold that around $150. This one, his prices range. Obviously, this is in really good condition. Got a really nice, cool glaze to it. So I'll probably price this around 80 to 100 to start. Over a couple weeks, I'd probably drop it as low as $60. So the next piece I'm going to show you now is this oil painting on canvas. Not entirely big. It's only 12 by 16. I found this at a Savers for $12.99, and I wasn't sure when I first saw it if this was an actual oil painting or if it was just like a print on canvas. But when I looked closer, you can definitely see strokes and stuff, especially in the white of the actual paint. So it's definitely not printed. It's painted on here. The signature is really easy to read. Rusty Money. I don't know if that's an alias or that's its actual name. But all I did was a quick search, oil painting, signed Rusty Money, and came up with a bunch of results. There's a handful of different paintings in pretty much the same style. They're all listed for $695. But I did see some other websites where, all of his work was listed, over $300 or $400. I'll probably price this around $400 or $500 just to see if I get any action on that. And if not, obviously I have no problem dropping it down a bit. It is titled on the back, "Don't Call Me Champ." And it also says future quarterback. I don't know if that, somebody just wrote that in or what, but it's in good condition, no tears or anything. This is just a really good find. Pretty lucky to stumble across this, so hopefully I can sell it pretty soon. So the last piece here, I'm going to have to show you standing up because it is very large. This is a mixed media painting on canvas. It is signed down here at the bottom, R. Siegel, dated 66. I don't know if you can tell on the video, but there are, it looks like almost pieces of newspaper or magazine or something that are glued on and then painted over, because there's some words up here. There's a couple pair of eyes here, an eye here. There's more wording here and down here. I couldn't match the exact signature. I did find a couple R. Siegels. One was Ruth Ann Siegel, who actually did very similar work to this. She is not old enough to have done this piece dated 66. There's another Ruth Siegel, which I think could be the artist to this, and I think she is local, so I'm pretty sure it is by her, but I'm going to try to match the signature before I actually post it. But either way, I got this at a Savers. It was $19.99. Even if I can't find the exact artist on this piece, given that it is mid-century, it's really nicely done, nicely framed, and it's this large, I would price it probably around $500. So those were my 5 new treasures to add to the list. Now, let's take a look at my graphic I made to see the progress that has happened over the last 2 months. So here is my graphic for the $10 thrifting challenge, and this is what I've done so far. Started out with $10, and you can see I bought my first items on March 1st. So these were $2 each, and these are all pretty much rounded. I tried to make it easier that way, but these are $2 each. These are $3 each. On 3/8, and this is the budget that I have left. So I spent all my $10 down to $0. 3/18, I sold this candlestick. So I still have, at this point, the tiles and the sconce, and then this is my profit. That's clear of fees and shipping and all of that. So $45 profit. Then on the 24th, I sold this pair of tiles. So all I have left is the sconce, but I have $100 in my budget. So my 1 month mark is when I picked up
this abstract or Art Deco piece of art here for $8. So I still have my sconce. Now I have this, which I purchased for $8. And I have $92 left in my budget. For $5, I picked up 2 more pieces. I picked up this Joan Miro lithograph and this oil painting here for a total of $12. So I'm down to $80. Then we go on. I picked up 2 more things. One being this huge painting for $20. And then this stitched silk piece in a frame for $7. I sold the Joan Miro, and net fees and everything else, it was about $130 profit. So now I have $183 in all of this. And then my 2-month mark, which I just included this because it was pretty much 2 months. But I purchased the Rusty Money piece for $13. And then a couple days later is when I picked up the 2 bowls for $2.50 each and this piece of studio pottery. So after 2 months, I turned $10 into the sconce, all these pieces of art, these 2 bowls, a piece of studio pottery, and $162. Not too bad.
Hope that's all I got for you guys today. I really appreciate it. Hope you enjoy following along this $10 thrift store challenge. I'm honestly surprised at how much that $10 has grown over just 2 months. It's pretty crazy. I've never really tracked it. I've just bought and sold stuff and never really took into consideration like how far just a $10 investment could really go. So it's kind of eye-opening, pretty cool. So I hope you'll keep following along and see what I could get after 6 months or however long. I've recently, just the last couple of days, got some more things to add to the list. So keep an eye out for another video next week about another update. And also I have some other art that I got from both auctions and that I got at the thrift store a little bit ago that I still haven't shown you guys. So stay tuned for that video too. If you haven't done so yet, please hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed the content and liked the video. Of course, it helps me immensely to grow the channel. As always, if you have questions, just drop them below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I really appreciate you guys. I really appreciate your support and your comments and everything else. It means a lot. And be sure to check, Facebook or, wherever you do for garage sales. I have noticed just in this last week, my local Goodwill has, the couple different thrift stores I went to has a lot more stuff on the shelves, a lot of new stuff, and some variety of things. So people are spring cleaning, and that means there's going to be a lot more things to pick through and find those treasures that you can flip for a profit. So I hope you find them, and I wish you the best of luck.